I was riveted news-watching last week. I certainly wasn't alone as I watched joy turned into sadness at the Boston Marathon. Then came the painstaking search for the terrorists and news of their successful identification and capture, albeit after the whole city of Boston was shut down. Somewhere in the middle of all this, we learned of the deadly explosion in West Texas, a city of less than 2,500 people. It seemed as their whole city was affected, and perhaps even destined for a ghost town. I could go on and on about the horrific earthquake in China that claimed over 150 lives, or the shooting in Colorado on an otherwise peaceful pot-smoking day in Colorado, but I believe President Obama said it best when he stated that it was a terrible week. Amidst all of the chaos and destruction, I looked for a good news story to focus on for this speech. I believed I found just the right story across the world in New Zealand. I was intrigued by this story because I had once done a project on Tasmanian devils. Not the cartoon version, the real Tasmanian devil is the largest remaining marsupial carnivore in the world. For those of you who don't know, Tasmania is an island located off the southeast of Australia. Marsupials are species where the female carries their young in a pouch and a carnivore is a meat eater. I learned a lot about the devil in my biology class, but it was kind of a sad story too, because since 1996, the devils had developed a facial tumor disease that was threatening the entire population. No one knew the cause of the disease, but they knew it was spreading rapidly because devils bite each other on and around their mouth to get attention. So rapid was the decline of the devil that by this year 90% of the entire devil population had perished. Enter the Save the Devil program. Scientists believed that if they could start a new devil population, completely separated from the sick devils, they might be able to prevent the extinction of the devil. And the good news is that it's exactly what they have done with apparent success. Last year, scientists released 15 healthy devils onto Maria Island off the coast of Tasmania. The new devils have already started breeding, and they appear healthy, even though one died. Scientists plan to release 15 more healthy devils soon, and according to the article in Australian Scientific Journal that was released today, they're very optimistic that their actions have saved the species. I know that in many ways this story just doesn't measure up against the major horrific story of last week, but I thought there was a lesson to remember. That being, when things look their bleakest, there is hope. Almost the entire population of devils had been decimated, and there was little hope for the remaining 10%. But those little curmudgeons are resilient, just like we are resilient. We just have to use our ingenuity and keep hope alive.